Now, sometimes when I look at the level at which this bigotry, tribalism, the sentiments of tribalism and religion has eaten so deep in Nigeria, I wonder if there could be any salvaging. I wonder if there could be any redemption for this country. Because it has gotten so bad that people from even the same region or close to the same region, people from even the same state, just because they don't share local governments and all that, bigotry is everywhere. I keep asking the question, why will somebody destroy the property of somebody that is someone that worked so hard? This thing I'm telling you is a multi-billion naira property. Just because he hates a certain tribe, or the person is not supposed to own, because he's from the east, he's not supposed to own that property in Abuja. I'm talking about Wike. Wike went to go and destroy a multi-billion naira property, real estate of an Igbo man, on the grounds that an Igbo man is not supposed to own that kind of property in Abuja. This thing I'm telling you, the property is not gotten illegally. He passed through all the due processes and he has his papers. But Wike went to go and destroy it. This is what we are talking about. I'm going to be showing you the evidence clearly so that you know that I'm not bluffing. But the problem now is the level at which this thing is driving, where it's heading to. The destination of this bigotry is becoming a huge problem that very soon is going to create crisis everywhere. Let me cite another situation that happened so that before we can now actually start talking about basics. Yesterday, in fact, congratulations to Allen Onyema and all the staff and members of e.t.c. A milestone he broke yesterday, quite interesting to see. Allen Onyema had a flight, from Nigeria here down to London, straight up. A lot of influential Nigerians joined him for that great milestone and all that. And they were excited for him. But the downtrodden, the poor people, inside that flight, there was Yoruba, there was Hausa, there was Igbo. All of them were laughing, happy. But down here, they looked for bigotries and started connecting it to it. Now, what did they say? That the air hostesses of Allen Onyema, why did they go and dress them with Ishagu? That is this Igbo attire. I'm showing you how they were looking, very beautiful. But Nigerians, the bigots did not see the beauty. All they were seeing was that why should he be propagating Igbos to the world? That is supposed to be a Nigerian thing. Anyway, as they are busy fooling themselves there, allowing what those politicians sold to them to take precedence, these politicians are here running streets. The president is now telling us that we have sucked too much milk, and that is why we can't suffer any form of hardship. I'm going to play that video quick, then we'll continue.
Maybe our weather that is beautiful, our land that is rich, our parents that is loving, has spoiled us. They didn't win us early enough from breastfeeding. So every minute we have to spare, we cry of hunger. We didn't forget our childhood. But we will believe in the prosperity and the love and care of that woman, the mother, Nigeria. No, I'm with you. No matter what degree of lamentation is, my own is don't give up.
You've heard, right? This is what we will continue to face. This is what we will continue to encounter until when all of us eye open, which I don't think will ever happen. Because there are some people that have sold their souls to this bigotry. They would rather die than live bigotry. And that is why you see that we can never get the best every time. Every time. They will tell you Nigeria is a great country, Nigeria is blessed with everything, but we are one of the poorest. Because we allow the stains of this bigotry to hit us. A man is doing a business like that in Abuja. Are you not supposed to come and encourage him? This is a powerful business with real estate. How do we encourage this business to grow further? Because any which way, it is solving the problem of the people, and at the same time, it is creating revenue, but for both the owner and then the government. But no, once it is aligned to a certain tribe, it is not good. Don't showcase Igbo anywhere, because if you do that, it is wrong. And that is why they are all over the TL making noise about what Allen Oyema did to his air hostess. They are making so much noise on the TL while they are dying in abject poverty. They are dying in suffer. They are passing through a lot. Nobody, they don't even want to, at this point in time, their stupidity will not allow them think beyond the box and say, okay, look, this thing we are driving is not the main issue. We have somebody that we say is our own tribal person sitting down there. Why don't we hold him responsible for the errors that is happening? And every time he comes to the TL and tell us something new, tell us we should hope for a great Nigeria. We should hope. This is a suffer that is coming. These guys are running us street on a daily. And they are telling us to keep enduring. While we are foolishly down there, fighting each other. Hating on the tribe that have done nothing. Let me show you what Wike did. And when I come back, we'll wrap this up.
A developer of a multi-billion naira property near Asokoro has called on President Bola Tinubu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. The property, which sits on a 214-hectare plot, was said to have been pulled down without any order of revocation issued by the authorities of the FCT. It marks the first major demolition by the Nyesom Wike administration.
On Wednesday morning, scores of armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen, and civil defense, surround the 214-hectare property near Sokoro, where multiple luxury duplexes are being developed. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to lintel level, and the fence are all pulled down and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Praco Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After I see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other sunrise, which they get part of that land. And we can say that there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect. After going around the land, his normal ways of behavior, he started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
According to him, all the legal title to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
He went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
A certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy.
Most alarming, according to him, is that there was no order revoking his rights to the property before the demolition took place.
As I'm talking to you now, we are not receiving any documents. All these things, we saw only what we saw, the demolition. The title has not been revoked. We have not been served.
Ukachukwu also insists the action of the Minister of the FCT runs contrary to 2 pending court orders restraining any action by the FCT on the plot of land.
2 separate court issued different court order restraining him from tampering or doing anything in those property.
Now you've seen it, right? If there is anybody that will sell his loyalty for money or position, it's yours faithfully, Wiki. He is anti the people of the East, and I don't even want to go there. Because the reason why I brought this thing out is because of the fact that there is a very, very clear orchestration to frustrate the effort of certain people that are doing certain things that come from certain regions. It's a clear orchestration. But the truth is, it will not deter us from doing the needful. You know, it will not stop us from being who we are. It will not stop us from achieving what we want to achieve. I keep saying it. No matter the kind of investment you have out there, think home. Also go and get 1 or 2 investments at home. The Southeast will not develop itself. People will have to come together to develop it, knowing fully well that we have leaders that are not willing. When it comes to the issue of Southeasterners, it's a different ball game entirely. See Nnamdi Kanu. The DSS, from what I gathered from the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, he said it clearly on the media. He said anytime they transport him to the prison, to the court and back, they demand for 500 million. That's what they spend just to transport him to the court and back. So if somebody is cashing out with that kind of check every time he's transported, do you think they want to free him? The Southeasterners need to also start thinking of how to arrange their house. I keep saying it. It is good to have your investments littered out there. Good. Great is good. Because investment is not supposed to be one place. It's supposed to be companies and everything. It's supposed to be around. But at the same time, it's good to actually also think home. Do some investments at home. Because trust me, they are protected. And then to the Nigerian people, the division is eating more deeper. The earlier we start realizing that we need to be very conscious of what we are being sold or told, the better for us. Because the Igbo man is not the problem of anybody. We have one problem, is those political class that have decided to ruin this country and mess everybody up. And for those that are shouting, divide the country and let's move, they will never do that. Because some of the Southeasterners are also part of the bad structure up there. And they will be the one to say, leave it like that. Let us keep gaining from all angles. They will not want it to happen. Like Aisha Yusuf said, which I'm going to be doing a video on it tomorrow morning because I want to get all the facts together. She wrote a very long message on Twitter to the obedience and Nigerians and say it's time to start re-strategizing. It's time for us to start re-strategizing. Because if we are going to remove this criminal structure, it's not going to be an easy thing. What they have sold to Nigerians have finished a lot of them. And that's quite unfortunate. And this thing is targeted to an extent, to a larger extent than one tribe. I don't want to sound like a bigot, but that is just the truth. Let me drop it here, guys, because I would really love you to drop your comments below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to be notified. I'm obedient and I'm useful. I hope you are. Fingers crossed. Let's keep holding them responsible. Happy Easter once more. God bless you. I'll see you next time.